Hi everyone, I'm Amahlekebane and this is another episode of Ama Discussions. And today I wanted to discuss the importance of staying true to yourself as a black girl, using someone like Uncle Waffles as an example. So this whole week we all saw the uproar about the Bapi music video. And Bapi, I love Uncle Waffles. Nyangas. I love Uncle Waffles and the video ate boots down. Yes, let me also fix my lip combo while I'm at it because I ate and I feel like my lip combo is just a bit okay. So a lot of black girls, or we as black girls, are put under scrutiny a lot. And if there's someone that I respect in terms of their artistry, but also, like their perseverance and their ability to tune out people's noise, it's definitely Uncle Waffles. And I think Uncle Waffles has bore the brunt of a lot of South African hate that comes in misogyny and also xenophobia, if we're being honest. And often South Africans claim that they aren't really xenophobic to Amaswati because, Swati people are our Nguni brethren. Of course, like Eswatini is a country that we see as a brother state and stuff, but a lot of South Africans threw that out the window when they feel it is convenient for them to disparage Uncle Waffles, right? And so it's always weird for me when I see tweets from people that be like, oh, Eswatini is just, it's not even another country. They're our brothers, or Botswana, they're just our sisters, whatever. But when you see the words that those same people have towards Botswana or Amaswati from, Eswatini, when, those people come and challenge us as South Africans, then the tune changes. Now, all of a sudden, Botswana and Eswatini aren't our friends and our siblings anymore. Now, you guys are using the K word, not the K word as in the K word that was instated by racists during colonialism, the one that comes from Arabic, not that one, but the one that's KWER, that one, that one. So it's like, oh, so they're only brethren when it's convenient for you, when they're not challenging you, when they say something that you do not like. Why? And I love Uncle Waffles. I really, really do. Like, I really don't know how she has made it. Because it started from even her video, her Adiwele video, when she was wearing a G-string. She was wearing the G-string. She looked fab, by the way. Fabuloso, fabulous. And a lot of people are like, well, it's only gaining traction. Or Drake only likes it because, she's wearing a G-string. Or, where's my mirror? Give me like I bear a guy in Okay, I'll just use my iPad as a mirror. But, it's up there. It's fine. They were like, oh, Drake only likes it because she's wearing a G-string and she's naked and stuff. And it's like, okay, I actually don't care about Drake and his opinion, but the focal point here is Uncle Waffles. But that's when I knew, Uti, girl, you go in places. And I've seen her like 4 times in Boston. I saw her the first time at this African association thing, and they were like, oh, there's a surprise artist just come at another school. And I was like, okay, let me go see who this surprise artist is. This is Nyx in the color. It's not the best shade for me personally, but I sebedis it because I don't know, because I don't want to waste my money. When you buy something and I 70 and then you just don't want to waste your money. That's how I be feeling. Anyway, but for Uncle Waffles, I really feel that like she was just destined for greatness. And I think for her, it's also showing the importance of being prepared for opportunities, because it's one thing to always pray for opportunities and say, yeah, I want this opportunity to come, I want it to come. And then boom, are you prepared when it comes? Because I was watching the Bapi music video and I was like, this woman was so prepared to catch that flight. It's like and I'm saying this metaphorically, I'm not saying that she lives overseas or anything, but it's like she just knew that her career was going places and her suitcase was always packed, her passport was always ready, and it's just, You just always have to be prepared. Be prepared. Don't even nyat yourself. For what? Why are you nyattering yourself? You know, other people are out here overestimating you, and you're underestimating yourself. Girl. Gala. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And another thing that people like to say is, oh, you know, only like male-centered female content likes to, you know, like goes viral. Uncle Waffles is for the girls, and I think that's what makes money. Let me tell you, when girls like you, they will spend money on you. Girls are very, very generous. They're not as frugal as men, and I think that's why when a lot of artists go broke, what they start to do is they start pandering to female audiences, especially black female audiences. And I also want to know, like, for black women, with us being the most marginalized and economically excluded in South Africa and perhaps even in the US and the UK and stuff, why is it that we're so willing to spend money that we don't have, or such a huge portion of our salaries, for like men and for like people outside of our communities when they want to pander to us? Anyway, going back to Uncle Waffles, I was watching the music video, Bapi. I keep saying this because I want to hone in on the music video specifically, right? So firstly, the Bepas, girl. Oh, I always knew because those I about funi ring abutuna ring. And look, okay, so I'm looking at the outfits here, the gold, the buckles, the oiliness. And I don't know if it was oiliness or sweatiness, because I think it's the club. So they're trying to give off the vibe of, yeah, because we're hot, but also because we're hot. You get what I'm saying? Because quad chesa mara, pero nara chesa. She's anjenga pele yabo. She ate boots down. Hold on, let me put on my lip gloss. Which lip gloss am I gonna put on? I say I love you. Do you know that song? It's by Babyface. I say yeah. When I tell you I love you, baby, I pray you will be there. Anyway, and I think what Uncle Waffles goes through is a mixture of the same systems, because the same system that has manifested xenophobia to be the way that it is, especially the way that she's subjected to it, that's the same system that created misogynoir, the way that misogynoir is performed and loved right now in South Africa, right? And even when you're seeing like, oh my god, look, my lips are dry, and now they're doing that ghetto thing, that means I'm gonna have to take off this lip gloss. Anyway, this is like a FaceTime call. We're just here kikiing as the girls, you know. But people just like to control people that they feel are beneath them, right? So if someone sees that a Swati person or perceives that a Swati person is beneath them, that's how they will expect Swati people to act towards South African people. Like, so people will expect Swati people to have this inferiority complex. And Uncle Waffles does not have that inferiority complex. She mellas herself. As you guys said, we mustn't say Umswati because Umswati is the king, right? As Liswati, apparently you say Liswati. As Liswati, I think she was very right at the beauty awards to stand up for her heritage. Like, she was within her right to do that. And then people will be like, well, no, she's just using the South African name, da-da-da-da. Then you use the South African name to be Uncle Waffles. There's a lot of things that intersect for people to be where they are. It's not nationality alone. It's not where you are alone. It's your talent. It's your drive. It's the chances that you've been given in life. And Uncle Waffles has been dealt really good hands. I also hope in terms of mental health, because I always see she's always touring. She's everywhere. And I'm like, oh, girl. And then she also replies to our TikTok comments. And I'm like, girl, ulala nini. Robada, like, take a rest. We also like to see our girls resting. But if she's rested and she's fine and she's healthy and everything as well, then oh my word, Yes, like we can still go higher. That's a part of the song that I really like. That's what I worry about a lot with like female celebrities, because a lot of the times with women celebrities, there's this pressure to always be kubaring, to be looking for the next opportunity, because you really can be cut, especially because I think male execs and male leaders in the music industry have created such a futile environment for women, where women have to compete with each other, and like they can only be interested in one or two women at the same time. And I think that's not how it should be, but that's the way that the patriarchy within music industries has like kind of shaped it. And my English is not Englishing right now because it's literally 10:57 p.m. and I was going to post another video, but I really wanted to talk about this because I really do love Uncle Waffles, right? And I just feel so bad for her when I see all these comments. And I think in South Africa, there's just, South Africans love habit. South Africans love habit. And so when something deviates from the habits that they're used to, or when something deviates from the status quo, they get mad, because it's like, oh, this person's not abiding by the rules of the society. They're not being quote unquote respectful. I'm looking for something quickly, right? But even South African respectability politics are flawed, because they only apply to certain people. South Africans are so ready to accept Nara Smith and people that haven't really claimed us explicitly. But when it comes to Black women in the country, when they're doing something that is outside of the status quo, then people are just ready to say, oh, you're not a part of us anymore. And I think this reflects how the South African society sees Black women as disposable, especially Black African women as disposable, that if you're not doing what we want you to do, if you're not vumaring with our patriarchal expectations of you, then you will be disposed of. And I feel that is extremely, extremely wrong. It is unfair. But then the thing is, when women do abide by the patriarchy's rules, they were also clowned, right? The same way that Nancy is clowned for staying with Buhlali, right, and sticking by her man, is going to be the same way that another woman is clowned for not even having a man. And we must understand that I think under the patriarchy, the woman is kind of a mistake. Not even that we're a mistake, but we're there for men's convenience. And at any point, men can subjectively change what it means to be a good woman, what it means to be a convenient woman. That's why men will be like, oh, I want a woman with a low body count. But the way that they want their women to be experienced when they're doing the deed, that, you see, or this obsession with virginity. But it's not an obsession with virginity in that the person has their virginity. It's obsession with it in that, oh, since this person has their virginity, I have the opportunity to break it, right? I think men foam at the desire and the need to break women, whether it's, fetishizing women that still have their virginity, or breaking women's creativity and telling them to stick to whatever men think is convenient. Because men were saying that this was explicit, that Bapi was explicit. It wasn't even explicit. I haven't seen the music video of Manzinte, and it's for a very good reason that I haven't seen it. Let me actually look at it here. And so Uncle Waffles is being bullied. Oh, I'm seeing it, and the cover, the thumbnail. Oh, see, that's why I don't take men seriously when they're like, oh, so all women do is shake bums. Mara, had never shake any bums go man's in there. What did you guys do? Even the lyrics, even Yebo Lapo, I was in Wingstar in central London the other time, like 2 days ago, and I heard Yebo. Oh my god. So I'm watching the music video. I'm not gonna put the song on because YouTube's gonna block it. Oh my gosh. I feel like there's no creativity too. Like if you want to do a car wash video, like there's a way that a car wash video is meant to be shot. It's not just about like a man like just standing around and whatever, and women just spraying themselves with soap. I feel like there's art, there's a sense of dance and art to car wash, you know, music video. Oh wow, I like, wow, yeah. I like how men never pointed this one out. I'm not even disgusted or anything. This is genuinely fascinating to me. It's fascinating, but it's also like, oh, now I can see the double standard as clear as day. But anyway, I was just watching it on my laptop. And it has 11 million views. So clearly people, yeah. So again, when people are like, oh, how can you even like Uncle Waffles? I made a video praising Uncle Waffles, saying that I think she paved the way for the branding of DJing that she does. She really did. And people were like, what about TXC? Let me tell you something. Yes, TXC is known, but even the way people talk about TXC is like, oh, they're like overseas. I was speaking about overseas because even in the video I said, to the places I've traveled to, TXC people call them underground in the places that I've traveled to, right? Uncle Waffles is mainstream, not just mainstream Amapiano, not just mainstream African music. She's mainstream in general. Like, she is popular. You wanna be popular, right? TXC is known in South Africa for sure. I won't even take that away from them. Devon Coco, all these people are known. I mean, Devon Coco has an album with the Avengers, with Marvel, right? She has songs on Black Panther. Hello, of course. I'm not taking away from their achievements. And again, that goes back to that competition thing, that now you can't even compliment women without people making it a competition. And you'll compliment Uncle Waffles and people will be like, what about TXC? What about Devon Coco? What about DJ Zintle? Yes, they've paved the way in terms of their own DJing, but Uncle Waffles, I see Uncle Waffles in most of the female DJs that I see when I'm in London, when I'm in Boston, when I was in Nairobi. Even the way that women dress to Amapiano functions is heavily influenced by Uncle Waffles' brand. Just like how Tyler is making waves in fashion right now. I don't know if people are talking about it because I think people, I'm just checking, my phone's still recording. I think people are still so stuck on the colored thing that people aren't really reflecting on her artistry. But in terms of her artistry and her fashion, she's influencing people. I'm starting to see more and more people dress the way that Tyler dresses, dress the way that Uncle Waffles dresses. And whichever team that they have behind them really is working. I actually met Tyler's manager at Harvard. Yeah, I met him at Harvard. And we had such an insightful discussion because it was him, Nomza Mombata, some guy from the NBA, and another guy who I think he produces for or he manages like Ashake, something like that. And me and my friends were asking them a lot of questions because that was the nature of that type of discussion. We were supposed to be asking questions. And I was like, while my friends were asking questions, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, that means these trends that these people are setting, like, this is a team effort, honey, right? Uncle Waffles, I'm so in love with her. Even with the Wadibusa music video, like the car racing thing, even though I didn't get it at first, I forced myself to get it. Sometimes you're not going to get things, and it's okay. That means you're not the target audience, or you need to work on your comprehension levels. And that's why I started watching music videos after that, because I was like, these things are meant to have storylines, and this had a storyline. Like the heels, the jeans, I'm watching it right now, the dreadlocks, the thong, like this was art, honey. The makeup looks so edible. One thing about Uncle Waffles, she loves the girls. And she has this thing that when she smiles, it's just so cute, so adorable. Anyway, back to speaking about Black girls. So you see, Uncle Waffles has sold out predominantly non-African spaces with a capacity of 10,000. That's impressive, especially because she's a DJ, a Black Southern African DJ, and that's something we have to speak about, right? And imagine if she listened to the haters, the people like, hey, she just famous because apara G-string, apara G-string, and then utlabona if you can fill up the what's this, the Brooklyn Mirage, apara G-string ribbon. So no Namayang biza matao. Lena is it's Namayang Namayang biza matao. Namayang biza matao. Apara registering how ba shoot a video rabon. Anyway, as Black girls, we shouldn't let anyone beat us down. I even saw people's comments about Blue Ivy being sexualized. See, that's when I realized that something was terribly wrong with the way that we perceive Black girls, because people sexualize Black girls for just having our bodies and saying that, oh, it's still recording. Oh, it is. Sorry, I was just checking if it was still recording. And saying that Black girls, oh no, she's sexualizing. What was sexual about Blue Ivy's outfit? Nothing. I didn't even see anything wrong. People were like, oh, you didn't see the cleavage. I didn't even notice that there was cleavage. So do you see, Black girls are just always under scrutiny for things we cannot control, number one. Also just for being ourselves. And people will act like, oh, we liked it better when you did it, or we liked the original Waffles better. You're lying, because you didn't even treat her well when the whole Adiwele thing happened. Because I remember when the Adiwele thing was happening, people were saying, oh, what were they saying, Ghana? They said something like, she was stealing the shine from Young Stana. Nakwe Young Stana a beefy le Waffles, maralona go di couchong talona, le creator di beef tse home. Leave my girl alone. She's not my girl. I'm just saying, leave Uncle Waffles alone. And I think this is just a whole lesson about how Black girls are treated when they don't fit the status quo, when we do things for ourselves. Because, you know, Uncle Waffles' look is so centered around Black women that Black women of any and every size, especially young Black women of any and every size, of any and every nationality, have been inspired by her fashion. I even saw she got dressed by Meiji. Meiji is this Nigerian brand founded by someone that went to FIT. FIT is in New York, if I'm not mistaken. And she had the t-shirt for her second Wadibusa shoot. And the t-shirt said Dirty South. And I need to get that t-shirt. I want to get it for when I go to West Africa for Dirty December. And so her influence, even when I was in Peckham, I went to this place in Peckham called the Prince of Peckham, because someone was like, oh, you need to be around like Black people, you need to see Black British people. So I went, and even the DJ, like the edginess and that Alte look, very influenced by Uncle Waffles. And I want to emphasize that, yeah, anyway, you guys don't like to acknowledge Black women's influences until they're gone, until it's too late. Like men all of a sudden making it like they like Winnie Mandela. When before Winnie Mandela passed away, she was an enemy to the country, because I'd always hear how people spoke about Mom Winnie Mandela. Sorry, I can't call her Winnie Mandela, she's not my age. I hear how people would speak about Mom Winnie Mandela. People would be like, yeah, Mandela, or they had to change the locks because I go out in I could say allegedly. That's what I would hear. And then all of a sudden when she passed away, people were like, how? Mom Winnie Nomzamu Pupile. They did not just call her a home invader like 3 weeks ago. People don't know what they want in this life. Actually, let me not say that. They do know what they want. And what people want is that you are controllable and you are convenient to their vision of what a woman is. And that changes. That is very subjective. It is malleable. It changes with time and whatever is convenient for that time. So for me, I just suggest be yourself, girl. You see, now being thick is out of fashion. Imagine the people that got thick because it was in fashion and it was what men wanted. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna go thin again because it's a trend? See, now you're manipulating your body for tempestuous patriarchy. And it's tempest on your body, not tempest on the patriarchy. I think the tempest that the patriarchy subjects women to is what keeps the patriarchy stable. And that's so, it's not ironic, but it's a paradox. It's a paradox that tempest keeps the patriarchy stable. Team Uncle Waffles all the way. Go watch the Bapi music video and challenge your minds to see other art. Thank you.